Welcome to the greatest setting in college football. Seattle, Washington, on the shores of Lake Washington, home to the Huskies when they are set to kick off another season. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the veteran, a guy who has been around and is ready to finish his final season with a bang.
So nice to have guys like this that have been around the block, that know the offense inside and out. Guys I can trust. Leadership, play on the field, all the boxes are checked.
Yeah, because he's a leader, too, I think this is a guy the offense looks to make plays early. So if I'm the quarterback, I'm calling this guy's number a lot early in this game to go make plays.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Smashes through. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So Washington's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the lead.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. You think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Gets rid of it. Finds him out of the backfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Looking for a block. It's Douglas. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Running back goes in motion. They'll run the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. The give to the big fullback. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Finds a man on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fullback's got it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. He's got his man. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field. It's a fake. fake. He's looking to pass. And the pass falls incomplete on the fake field goal, and I'm not sure they'll go back to that one again. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the fullback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's loose. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Smarty. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UAB. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat and the process of cooling things off. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. The Huskies will be forced to put it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Handoff to the fullback. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
It's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You've got to work the perimeter to both sides. You've got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle, and they did right there.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. And the Spartans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Goes to the option. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Washington right back to the line. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
To the air, it's Merritt. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Washington sends out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. On the option. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. It's complete to the right. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0, but David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget, so find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated, get them the football, and let them go to work.
He's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Got it behind the line. It's Banks. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, Find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Back to throw, it's Merritt. Unloads to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Makes the grab on the left. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Makes the grab on the left side. breaks into the open. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Back to throw, it's Merritt. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what?
All kinds of running room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. This offense has a second down play. Run it with the fullback. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the fullback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They've been running it, but now the pass. Makes his connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. He'll set up to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Michigan State!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Buffalo has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 24 over the Pandas.
Got a man.
For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Washington wants to go quickly. To the air, it's Merritt. Looking down the middle. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run the option. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? The option look. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. Now on the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. He'll ride his man on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll run the option. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The Spartans are on the move. Big fullback's got it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the Spartans decide to punt it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last one.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Dropping back, it's Merritt. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys.
Michigan State, 21, Washington, 11.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up, and instead they give up the big safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Spartans will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo here.
Washington right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the right. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll try the counter. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Tripped up for the tackle.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sparty. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
30, Washington, 11.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Washington wants to go quickly. Back to pass, it's Merritt. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on first down, second down, third down. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. He wants to throw it again. They're bringing heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Third down coming up.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Line gets set, first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down. Sticks it in his belly. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's fourth down and 1. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports